Virgin Galactic is a rocket. Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street. Just a reminder, I am not a financial professional. All information in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Now, Virgin Galactic. It's a stock that I am super excited about. This summer I wanted to purchase some, but I was a little turned off by their stock dilution that happened. We'll talk about that more in a moment, and we'll talk about why I'm happy again, I'm excited, and I'm going to be going in bigly tonight. If you remember from my Palantir video, I have 4 questions that I want answered before I invest in a stock. Number 1, who's in charge? Number 2, what's the product? Number 3, what are the financials? And number 4, who else is invested? I like to follow the crowd. Now, let's take a look at the CEO. The CEO for Virgin Galactic is one Richard Branson, Sir Richard Branson. He is one of the wealthiest people in the world. He's a very charismatic CEO. He's been successful for a long time in many, many industries. I want to mention one thing about his personality. Richard Branson is a risk taker. He has made several world record attempts on the water, in the air, trying to break speed records, crossing the Atlantic, that sort of thing. He enjoys taking risks. He enjoys the thrill of it. I think that's very relevant to the idea of Virgin Galactic, a company that aims to bring people into orbit, introduce space tourism, get a more effective way to get into space. Branson is the CEO of the Virgin Group. Now, the Virgin Group is an umbrella corporation. In Wiki, it is a British multinational venture capital conglomerate. You know a lot of the companies in Virgin. Virgin Atlantic, we have record companies, Virgin Books, we've got Virgin Air. Virgin Air was sold to Alaskan Air, but there are still companies under the umbrella. The ones that I'm most excited about are Hyperloop, which is the high-speed train, and of course, Virgin Galactic. Do you remember the Concorde? The Concorde was a supersonic Mach 2 passenger jet. It debuted in the late 60s, early 70s, and people had a luxury experience crossing the Atlantic Ocean in mere hours. This plane was incredibly inefficient. Ticket prices were high, and it was still booked. People still wanted to fly on it because they wanted the prestige. They wanted to say they went fast, zoom, zoom. Concorde operated at a loss for the airlines that ran it, and they had to raise the ticket prices so astronomically high to cover the losses, but people still paid the prices. As far as the space tourism part of Virgin Galactic's business goes, I think that it will actually follow the method of the Concorde at the beginning in the logic. And if you think about it, the Concorde came about before oil prices got super high. And then the oil emergency of the 70s happened. There was fuel rationing, and still people were flying on the Concorde. If you look at the current situation, oil prices are super low. It's just like when the Concorde debuted. Energy prices are low. Fuel prices are low. And we're going to have people on a wait list lining up to fly Virgin Galactic. The wait list is already hundreds and hundreds deep. The second part of my question, what does it do? So what is Virgin Galactic's mission? This is directly from their website. They're using space for good. We're the world's first commercial space line and vertically integrated aerospace company. With our sister company, the Spaceship Company, we're developing and operating a new generation of space vehicles to open space for everyone. Our mission to be the space line for Earth means we focus on using space for good while delivering an unparalleled customer experience. This is their kind of mothership right here, and this launches their product into space. This is called the Spaceship 2. Now, the mothership, the carrier, is the White Knight 2, and the passenger jet is the Spaceship 2. And you can see the passenger jet kind of detaches from the mothership once suborbit is reached. There was some news lately. Virgin Galactic aims to fly its first human mission from Spaceport America in New Mexico in November, and NASA's sending some science experiments along for the ride. That's an important note. NASA is a partner of Virgin Galactic. If you have been following anything space related, you know the shuttle system doesn't work anymore. NASA retired all of its shuttles. So NASA needs help to get its personnel into space. NASA needs help getting its technology into space. Virgin Galactic is offering a way to get technology into suborbit. It's important to note that that November flight was scrapped due to the ongoing pandemic, but it is rescheduled to happen sometime in December. Once that flight happens, the FAA is going to grant approval to Virgin Galactic for passengers to fly on these suborbital ships. Another one, Boeing will invest $20 million in Virgin Galactic to design a vessel that can travel at 5 times the speed of sound. So what else is Virgin Galactic? It's not just for space tourism. They're developing faster and better suborbital modes of transportation. If we think for a moment about Tesla, why is Tesla so highly valued? It's a car company, right? No. It's a technology company. Tesla is an innovator. It's a groundbreaking technology company. It has a charismatic CEO in Elon Musk. People think Tesla is going to be the future. So when they value Tesla, you don't value it as a car company, you value it as a tech company. Virgin Galactic, I believe, is much the same. Virgin Galactic is not a tourism company. It is not an airliner. It is a completely new breed. It is a space liner. It is a method to get people and objects into suborbit. This can be used in the future for many things. We can find ways to launch satellites into orbit from suborbit. We can launch, who knows, asteroid mining missions from suborbit. Once you're in suborbit, it is much cheaper to get a vehicle into space. Breaking surface gravity is the expensive part of spaceflight. Once you're in suborbit, it's a lot cheaper. Which brings us to the next question. What are the company's financials? If we take a look on their website, this is directly from their Q3 earnings report. It is very important to note this company is not profitable yet. The third quarter posted a net loss of $77 million. The second quarter was a net loss of $63 million. This is not a profitable company, but a lot of the best tech companies take years before they're profitable. So this is not terribly concerning. Also worth noting, the reason why I didn't go in on this company this summer was because there was a stock dilution. To raise money during the pandemic, Virgin Galactic ended up underwriting and selling another 23.6 million shares. This ended up netting the company about $19.50 per share, proceeds of over $440 million, and this is going to allow them to have plenty of funding getting into the spring and the summer of next year once passengers are paying for tickets to fly on this space line. I thought this was a horrible thing when I first heard of it. I thought maybe the company was bleeding money. I had seen a couple of negative quarters in a row, and this really scared me. But now that I look at the financials and I see that we're close to a space flight, I am not worried about the financials of this company at all. If we take a look at their price per share right now, this is pre-market after Thanksgiving, Friday morning, it's $29.31 per share. If we look down here, this is what I'm talking about, the earnings. We've missed every quarter this year after beating fourth quarter last year. Earnings are trash, basically. Revenue's non-existent, but that makes sense because they don't have any functional FAA sanctioned product at this point. If we keep looking at the financials, this is on Simply Wall Street. I like their snowflake analysis that they do. The company's financially healthy. Everything else, meh. Future, yeah. This is cool though. Revenue is forecast to grow 69% per year. The company's PE ratio is negative 20.8. They don't have any earnings. This is their future growth on Simply Wall Street. And of course, this is just a projection. This is like parabolic growth over the next couple years. If we look at the debt to equity history and analysis, this company is all equity, no debt. They have no debt. The fundraising has completely solved that problem. They have huge investors. They've raised money through 2 stock offerings now. They don't have debt issues. Even the balance sheet right now, $750 million in cash and cash equivalents, physical assets, $73 million, long-term assets, 26, inventory, 25. That's their spaceships. Equity, $726 million in cash right now. Other liabilities, $131. Accounts payable, 8.5. Woo! They have plenty of cash to keep going, keep growing. Let's take a look at some of the charts so we could see where the price is moving. Here we've got our 50-day MA, our 200 MA. So we just had a golden cross right here. We see the price run up. The MACD 1226 histograms, everything's positive. The last time it was this positive was back in July, and this was right before the extra stock offering, the dilution was happening. And you could see around that point, it was right around now. I mean, intraday, we ended up hitting a high right around the same level. If we look at the chart here, you could see this was the IPO date right around October, ended up dropping down to about $7 a share in November, about 2 months later. But this is what I'm talking about. When this company gets going, it goes parabolic. Here we go. This was after a successful test they had, and you can see it was going. We hit over 40 intraday. What happened around this time? Coronavirus. All right, so coronavirus ended up seeing it drop all the way back down to like $10 a share. We were climbing again, and then the dilution was announced, and we dropped back down, and now we're climbing again. I honestly feel like we're heading for another parabolic movement up to 40 plus, especially with the launch of a successful rocket. Over here, this was on the hype of a test. We're actually going to have Virgin Galactic putting people into suborbit sometime in December or January. The last part of my consideration, who else is invested? Some of the partner companies for Virgin Galactic include Boeing, Lockheed, Rolls-Royce, Under Armour, Land Rover. These are the partners for the company, but the investors, this is where it gets interesting. ARK, and if you remember, ARK is, of course, the innovation ETF. Now, let's take a look at some of the other ones. Vanguard Group, BlackRock, these are the institutional holders, and a lot of this, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, you expect stuff like this for a good company. Mutual fund holders, it's more of the same. So these are some of the funds that it is represented in pretty well. Let's take a look at the position that I'm going to be opening in this company on Friday. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be purchasing on Virgin Galactic. On Robinhood right now, the price is just under $29 a share. I am going to be buying 100 shares outright so I can place some options later. Of course, I'm going to pay a limit order. I don't want to be dealing with any price spikes right around open. So I'm going to go ahead and set this at $28.94 just for the current price. And I'll go ahead to extended hours, just good till canceled. I can always adjust this later. 100 shares, check the cost, that's right, review, swipe up to trade, and my order is queued. The market is closed right now, so I'll be checking back on that later. Now, I also do want to be going in and trading some options on this. Since the flight is scheduled sometime in December, I'm going to go ahead and move out to about midway through January, and I'm going to buy a couple of calls. Now, I know that the price went parabolic before. I know it's reached $40, so I'm going to look at these $45 calls right here, and I'm going to be buying 5 contracts of this, so $420. $420. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and swipe up on that. My long call order is queued. And that's it. And there you have it. Virgin Galactic is a rocket. It's not just going to be putting people into suborbit. It's going to be making a lot of investors happy as this stock shoots up. As always, I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you do, please hit the like and subscribe button, hit the little bell so you get the notifications when I do post a new video. I post at least 1 video per week. My weekly is on Sundays, and in the middle of the week, I do post other deep dives into stocks, and I'm going to be starting a tutorial series on how to read charts. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Hope you're enjoying your Thanksgiving with your families.